Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again today. I am joined by my good friend Jason Thomas, and we are going to be discussing a couple issues of the day. We're going to try to keep this super quick. We're going to do 3 or 4 questions depending on what time allows. We're going to try not to get into an argument in front of everybody, but we're basically going to discuss a few questions that we think are very pertinent to what is going on in Charlotte and retail writ large. So we're going to start off. I'm going to let you start us off. Let me frame the question for you, and then you take it from here. I want to start with Uptown. Obviously, Uptown is not the only central business district that is being affected by COVID-19, but it's the one that we wake up and walk to and drive to every day. So I think it's extremely pertinent to what we're talking about. So I know you had a huge soft spot in your heart for Amelie's. And I saw that you were pretty broken up when they closed down. So I want to start off with Amelie's, and what does that Amelie's closing mean to you and mean for Uptown in general?
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, frankly, whenever I have people in town, we always bring them up to that location because it's just super cool. It's unique. It's a good hangout. There's a ton of space, obviously. And it was just super individualized for Uptown. And I never really felt like it got to its full potential because, the Noda one's 24 hours and I would have loved to see the 24 hours thing Uptown. So I never felt like it got there, but I always felt like it was really popular, and it's definitely a rough hit for Uptown. It's a huge space to fill, that's going to be a challenge in and of itself. But I just felt like it was something cool to show off to people from out of town, to say, like, look how cool the space is and funky and unique. And obviously the desserts are fantastic. So I think it was a really huge hit. And again, it's a bummer because it was something that there's nothing else like it in the area.
All right, I'll take the other side of the coin. Obviously, Amelie's closing, not good. I've had multiple other closings happen with projects that I'm working on. A lot of second generation restaurants are coming online. When I say second generation restaurant, it just means something that was a restaurant before that has all the infrastructure and what we call the back of house in place. It's horrible. I have so many friends that are in the restaurant and retail business, and they're just getting hammered right now. And Uptown is probably the hardest hit area because it's the lifeblood of Uptown is in those towers. It's the people that are making great incomes and can go down and patronize those restaurants. But I'm going to spin it the other way. The closings, not Amelie's in general. I have nothing against Amelie's in general, but the closings that we're seeing Uptown, while horrible, if I'm going to look on the bright side, which I've got to do, I've got no choice. It is going to act like a pruning. We're going to have some new blood that's going to be able to come in and get a start that they would have had no business getting before this happened. You're going to have some people that are going to willing to take chances on young up and coming operators, restaurateurs, chefs that would have never been able to scrape together $200, $300, $400, $1 million, which is how much a lot of these restaurants cost. I mean, some are way north of that. They would never have that opportunity. So I think that while this is horrible, while closing of Amelie's and La Belle Helene and Parliament Coffee and these other high profile closures that have happened are miserable, and I take no satisfaction in it, I do think that we're going to see some new up and comers that are going to have a chance to shine.
I definitely agree. Definitely agree there for sure. I think it allows, and even something like Amelie's, maybe they could break the space up and it would have, 4 new up and comers rather than one big one. And I definitely hear you there.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to keep it glass half full.